That's Illit with Lucky Girl Syndrome playing for you right here on 101.7 Kids FM. You are locked onto the Break Time Show. My name is Dara Unstoppable. Time is 10:02 in the morning, and we are about to get into Women's Nest. Now, this week, we are having the conversation on holding on to your identity through parenthood. Parenting can be a bit overwhelming, especially when maybe you're having a kid for the first time or that child is still like in their younger years and you basically are the one who is making sure that that baby stays alive. Even as they grow older, through secondary school, eventually getting to university, a lot of parents are still very much heavily 100% their life is about their children. And that's a great thing. But yesterday, we had the conversation on I'm a parent, but I'm still me. And we established the fact that you can be a committed parent, you can be dedicated to your children, and still be you with your dreams, your passions, your desires, your hobbies, your quirks, the things that make you happy. It is possible to balance the two of them together. Now, I said today we were going to focus more on parents who perhaps because of how hectic things have been, maybe they have forgotten who they are. Maybe because, they've thrown themselves so much into parenthood, it's sort of consumed them. So today we are talking about more than mom, more than dad, rediscovering yourself. And that's what we're going to be discussing this hour on Women's Nest. I got some great music lined up for you, and you do not want to go anywhere. This one is from DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It is summertime playing for you right here on the Break Time Show with Dara Unstoppable. It's 101.7 Kids FM. Let's have fun.
Please.
Zara Larson with On My Love playing for you right here on 101.7 Kids FM. You are locked onto the Break Time Show. My name is Dara Unstoppable. And this hour, it's Women's Nest. We are continuing our conversation with holding on to your identity through parenthood. We're going to be talking about how, yes, you've become mom, you've become dad, but you can still be you. We are going to flip the script today. Parenthood is definitely something transformative because you go from just being someone who was bothered about your partner, your husband or your wife, to someone who is now worried about another whole human being, or in some cases, multiple human beings. And it will change you, but it doesn't have to consume you. You're not just someone's mother or father. I was saying yesterday that before you were maybe Mrs. Alora Tike, and then you were Mr. James Alfredo or something like that. And then you have kids and all of a sudden, nobody remembers your name anymore. It's just Mommy Junior, Daddy Junior. It's almost like you've lost your identity. But you're not just someone's mother or father. You are still a person with dreams, a person with personality, a person with talents and purpose. And it's very important for you to rediscover that version of you. I talked about something that we see often with parents whereby they make their children their whole new identity. And then when the kids grow up, they go to university, they leave their parents' house. You have two parents who don't even know how to talk to each other anymore. Aww. Because all they were, focused on, all they were just about was the children. And now the children are gone, they don't know themselves anymore. So let's talk about rediscovering you again. You're allowed to want more, okay? Wanting a bit of time for your dreams, your career, or peace of mind, it does not mean that you love your children any less. A lot of times, parents feel so guilty to, go out and grab lunch with their friends because they're like, oh my God, it means I'm abandoning my children, which is not the case. Because again, you love your children, but you also are a person who needs to create time for yourself. And it is so telling because fulfilled parents create or they raise more emotionally balanced children. There's a saying with friendship whereby a lot of people have different friends for different situations. They say no one friend can fulfill all your needs. The same thing with having children and also maintaining your own identity. when you don't create time to, maintain your identity and do things for yourself, make sure that emotionally you are good. Parents, you will definitely pour out all those emotional needs on your children, and that will create a problem because you now start demanding things from these kids that they can't even give to you. And I'm not talking financially, I'm talking emotional need wise. You need to ask yourself, what do I want for me? Okay? In as much as you're a parent, you can still want things for yourself. What do you want for yourself? And again, Mrs. Oboli yesterday, she gave us an example of how she went on a boat cruise recently and she has another one coming up soon in August. A little something for herself just to maintain that sanity. Now, you may not be able to take out time for a boat cruise, but you can start small, have a little weekend, 2-day getaway whereby you just go somewhere and eat some good food and you just have a relaxing time. If it's an activity that you're going to start, whether it's a hobby, maybe you bake something or you build something or you cook something for yourself, maybe experimenting with menus, or you reconnect with friends, watch movies you used to watch before, just things to just take the edge off, things to reignite that passion that you had in yourself, one step at a time. Now, for some of us, it's been a minute since we did something for our sake, because you're either doing something for your family or you're doing something for your children or you're doing something for work. It may take you a minute to be like, oh, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. Calm down. Give yourself grace. Take that time out to go through your memory lane and say, okay. At this stage of my life, this is the kind of thing I used to like. Do I still like it? Is this something I still like? If you don't like it, discard it. Again, with parenthood, there's an evolution. Who you are will change a bit, but who you are does not have to disappear. Very important. So give yourself space to, rediscover the things that you like, rediscover the things that you used to like that you don't like anymore, and if need be, find new things that you like. Again, with that evolution, a lot of change has happened. Maybe before you were like an adrenaline junkie, your idea of a good time was like bungee jumping or rock climbing and all those things. Now that you're a parent, you're a bit more, you're like cautionary. You're like, okay, I don't want to do these risky activities anymore because, hey, I don't want to hurt myself. Who's going to take care of the children? So obviously, those hobbies will have to change. Not that your hobbies will have to take a backseat where you throw it out completely. No, they will just have to change. You have to find something else that sparks your interest. And if you check, you'll be like, wait a minute. I remember there was a time I loved, pottery. I liked the idea of making like plates and vase. That's a new hobby. It's definitely safer than jumping off a cliff with a rope. Yes. But it's also an activity that engages you, that keeps you, something you find interest in. And hey, there's no rule that says you must have only one hobby, or if you try a hobby out and it doesn't work for you, you can never have another hobby. No, please go out there and explore. Today, it could be painting. Tomorrow, it could be knitting. The next day, it could be pottery. The next day, you could, try to maybe crochet something. Explore. Give yourself that grace, that space and time to rediscover yourself, rediscover the things that make you happy. I'm going to play some music for you now. When we come back, we're going to talk about that parent guilt that makes a lot of parents feel like, I cannot do this and leave my children. Yes, you can, honey. Yes, you can. Fireboy with Angelina right here on 101.7 Kids FM. You are locked onto the Break Time Show with Dara Unstoppable. This hour, we have been talking about rediscovering yourself as a parent. You are more than just mommy. You're more than just daddy. Now, I want to address that parent guilt. With mothers, there's a mother's guilt. Now, this is parent guilt. You're thinking, can I really spend time on myself when there's laundry, there's homework, there's dinner to be done, there's bills to pay, there's this to do, there's that to do? Yes, you can. I'm here to tell you that you can. Now, this is not to say, let's be frivolous with our finances. And even though we have very important things to do, just throw everything away on, going on a vacation. No. I'm not telling you to spend recklessly, but I'm telling you that your needs are not luxuries. A lot of times, yes, parents do that appreciative thing whereby they put their children's needs before their own needs. But the problem with that is that they don't just arrange the needs on opportunity cost whereby, okay, let's take care of these things for the children first of all, and then we'll take care of ourselves. No, what they do is that they eradicate their own needs completely. And that's where the problem is. Your needs are not luxuries, dear mom, dear dad. They are essentials, and you need to take care of them too. When your children see you pursue your passions and care for yourself, it actually encourages them to do the same. Imagine being a young child and then you see your mom in marriage going for like her master's degree or pursuing that PhD degree. It does something to you. Like, it gives you this kind of courage that, look, if my mom can do it, I can do it. If my dad can, go do this business from scratch and, grow it to become a success, if he can do it, I can do it. There's just something about seeing your parents like achieve that just, it gives you this courage that, look, I can do anything I set my mind to. And they are showing you that it's possible, as opposed to them just telling you day in, day out, kids, you can do anything you set your mind to. Meanwhile, the parents are not achieving anything. They're not, striving for any new goals or anything of the sort. Showing your kids is the best way to teach them. And how other way can you show them? As opposed, but by pursuing the things that you like, pursuing your own goals and your dreams and the passions that imagine being a parent and you've been talking about how, I want to set up this hotel. Your kid was 7-year-old the first time you mentioned it. Now your child is 30-something and you're still talking about, I want to set up this hotel. You never did anything to attempt setting up the hotel. It's not encouraging on the kid's behalf, because they see you and they're like, does that mean that if I have desires or I have goals and dreams, it's not going to be possible to achieve them? I mean, my mom had goals, my dad had goals, and they never achieved any of them. It doesn't help at all. So, dear parents, pursuing the things that make you happy is actually very encouraging to see. So think back, what kind of activities made you feel alive? What type of interests do you have? And we talked earlier about how sometimes these interests will evolve. Remember, if you are an adrenaline junkie and you're always chasing, jumping out of a building, climbing this, doing parkour, whatever, now that you're a parent, you cannot be parkouring all around the place, You have people that are worried about you, but your interests could evolve. You may not be able to climb a mountain, but there are these rock climbing walls in all these game centers that are really, really high. You should probably get a similar adrenaline feel from it. You can try that. It's a safer activity, but it's also very, very high risk in that sense. So your activities, your interests will definitely evolve. If you love writing, maybe back then you used to write like romance novels or horror. Maybe you feel like, I don't want to write things that my kids can't read. Doesn't mean you should stop writing. It just means you should find something new to write about. And you could write about motherhood. You could write about sisterhood. You could write about so many different things. And you just need to make sure that you are helping your interests and your needs to evolve without killing them completely. Now, my wonderful parents, I have a question to ask you. If you had one free weekend to yourself, I'm talking no kids, no chores, no bills to pay, no stress, no meetings, nothing whatsoever. If you had one free weekend to yourself, how would you spend it? I would love to hear from our wonderful parents. So call me up 0700 00 1017 1017. If you had the entire weekend, the weekend is coming up, right? If you had the entire weekend to yourself, what would you do? 101.7 Kids FM. You are locked onto the Break Time Show with Dara Unstoppable. This hour, we've been talking about rediscovering yourself in parenthood. And I had a question for our lovely parents. If you had one weekend to yourself, no kids, no chores, no bills, no work, how would you spend it? I would love to know. You can send me a WhatsApp message. Our WhatsApp number is 0908 885 1864. You can also call 0700 1017 1017 if you had a weekend to yourself. One free weekend. No work, no kids, no chores, none of that work. How would you spend it? I would love to know. Our WhatsApp number is 0908 885 1864. I would really love to know. I've got a message on WhatsApp. This one is coming from Mrs. Nwakocha. She says that she would just spend the whole day sleeping. I can imagine. I honestly can. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, welcome to the Break Time Show. What's your name?
Ada.
Your name is Ada.
Yes.
Ada, are you a mama?
No.
Is your mom there beside you?
Huh?
Is your mom beside you?
No.
Do you have an auntie who's there? Because right now we're talking to the moms and I don't know if you can relate with this conversation.
No, I'm a first time caller.
Oh, welcome to the Break Time Show. Lovely to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day and hope you've been having fun listening.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in, honey. Do have a fantastic day. All right, mamas and papas. The question again, if you had one free weekend to yourself, no kids, no chores, no work, how would you spend it? Call me up 0700 1017 1017. Our WhatsApp number is 0908 885 1864. I would love to know, in the event that you have that just one free weekend where there's no responsibility, no pressure, nothing is resting on you, you're free as a bird. How would you spend that weekend? Our WhatsApp number is 0908 885 1864. You can send a WhatsApp message or a WhatsApp voice note to that number. And the number to call is 0700 1017 1017. All right, I've got another WhatsApp message. This one is coming from, who is this? Oh, Mr. Odili. Okay, Mr. Odili tells me that he would spend the day. Ooh, this is interesting. He says that he would spend the day on his farm. Mr. Odili, is it spending the day on your farm like work? That sounds like work to me. Could you clarify? Maybe you don't mean like working on the farm. Maybe you just want to visit the farm. I would love a clarification, Mr. Odili. We have like a few seconds left, but if you can, please clarify. What do you mean by spending the day on your farm? Because spending the day on your farm sounds like work to me. Although, like I said, let me not judge, okay? Remember, people have different hobbies. To him, working on the farm might be, therapeutic of some nature. So, hey, we're not here to judge. If working on the farm is his idea of a good time, then hey, he can have a good time. It's a free weekend. He gets to decide what he wants to do. In the next hour of the show, we are going to be playing the Mind Meld game show. Yay! That's right. And it is going to be so much fun. So stick around right here on 101.7 Kids FM. It's still the Break Time Show with Dara Unstoppable. I've got John Cook and DJ Snake with Please Don't Change.